Good evening. Thanks for joining into Your News Arizona. And I've got a news break tonight for you guys. I wasn't going to broadcast this evening, um, but right now we have had Antifa attacking Turning Point USA heavily out in Berkley, California. We've had a lot of the Turning Point USA people injured, violently attacked. Um, I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of footage from what's been going on this evening in Berkley, California, and want you guys to see it for yourselves. Okay, and here's the one I want to share with you guys where they were assaulted. Where you guys can see that for yourselves. Sorry, I wasn't exactly prepared for this tonight, but all this stuff broke out.
Need to open the door to more homebuyers? Hyper-target homebuyers in your area down to the zip. Learn how Flex data-driven ad solutions can drive homebuyers to your real estate business. Connect with Flex.com.
All right, let's give you a live look tonight. This is on the campus of UC Berkeley. What we know tonight is that extra security is in place as people start to gather there. This is all ahead of Turning Point USA's tour stop on campus tonight. That's the group founded by the late conservative activist Charlie Kirk. And some Cal students say they are disappointed with the school for allowing this event to happen. KTVU's Crystal Bailey joins us now from the campus. Crystal, how are things looking at this hour?
Yeah, that's right, Greg. The protests really have just begun. You can actually see another person here currently being detained. This is one of at least two people that allegedly got into some sort of altercation. There was blood splattered on the ground, and police stepped up and have detained this is one of the two. And there were, again, a lot of protesters out here, a line of people who are taking part in some of this protesting happening, and there are dozens and dozens of people in line here on their way into Zellerbach Hall, where the event for Turning Point USA is set to take place. But you can see it's very rowdy out here. There is a lot of law enforcement officials, and I can see that they are very much aware of what's going on here. This whole entire event is set to help in order for these folks to honor the life of Charlie Kirk. Many of these people using very strong words like fascism and Nazis. And you can see there's a lot of activity as the line is formed to get into the hall. Doors have opened at 5 o'clock, and this event, again, being held in honor of Charlie Kirk. The late Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA on its last stop of the nationwide tour, with comedian Rob Schneider stepping in for the event on UC Berkeley's campus. The event is stirring up controversy, with groups organizing protests like BAM, or By Any Means Necessary, a coalition to defend affirmative action and immigrant rights.
We want to make clear that we're not going to be intimidated, and this is not the campus to do this on.
The campus spokesperson tells us 4 students were arrested overnight for vandalism in relation to the event. Flyers are hung around Sproul Plaza opposing the conservative movement.
Charlie Kirk was not about, promoting free speech and open debate. He was about trying to bully and intimidate people into silence and submission.
For much of the day on Monday, things remained peaceful. UC Berkeley says it's treating the event like any other major event and upholding the First Amendment.
The campus fully supports the rights and ability of every single student organization.
All right, we're going to get to the part where they assaulted
they
them.
wish,
Hold on,
regardless of their beliefs or perspectives.
We reached out to event organizers who were unable.
All right, let's give you a live look tonight. This is on the campus of UC Berkeley. What we know tonight is that extra security is in place as people start to gather there. This is all ahead of Turning Point USA's tour stop on campus tonight. That's the group founded by the late conservative activist Charlie Kirk. And some Cal students say they are disappointed with the school for allowing this event to happen. KTVU's Crystal Bailey joins us now from the campus. Crystal, how are things looking at this hour?
Yeah, that's right, Greg. The protests really have just begun. You can actually see another person here currently being detained. This is one of at least 2 people that allegedly got into some sort of altercation. There was blood splattered on the ground, and police stepped up and detained this is one of the 2. And there were, again, a lot of protesters out here, a line of people who are taking part in some of this protesting happening, and there are dozens and dozens of people in line here on their way into Zellerbach.
Well, sorry about that, guys. Evidently, they edited the video and took away the violent parts, so I'll see if I can't pull it up for you guys anyways. Okay, I think I might have found one of the scenes here. Well, it's almost like everybody's cutting that scene out. So anyways, it looks like Hannity might cover it here. Okay, it looks like Sean Hannity covered it on Fox News, so let's skip over to Sean Hannity. Let's see what we have here. What the hell?
Many waving Palestinian flags and chanting "No fascists" in Berkeley, among other slogans. One protester breached the barricade and was quickly taken down and handcuffed. In a separate incident, 2 other people got into a bloody brawl. Several people have reportedly been taken into custody. Tonight's event is the final stop on the rebranded This Is the Turning Point tour. and comes exactly 2 months after founder Charlie Kirk was assassinated at a Turning Point event at Utah Valley University. Headlining here tonight are comedian Rob Schneider and Christian activist and author Frank Turek. As you can see, security is very tight. Sean, UC Berkeley is known as the birthplace of the free speech movement, but this famously liberal campus does not always welcome conservative speakers. And so, as you can see, we now have a standoff. Back to you.
All right, Claudia, thank you.
But like I said, evidently everybody took out the scenes where these shows these guys being assaulted. Um, but either way, a lot of the Turning Point people were assaulted tonight in Berkeley, California. And, again, this is what these Democrats call peaceful protests, everything in the book. We've already had Charlie Kirk murdered, and, these guys are all putting their lives on the line, getting out there to these different colleges and speaking out. And what do they get in return? They get attacked. And this seems to be the ongoing problem that we have here in America these days. And these Democrats just don't give a damn. A lot of that was Antifa involved as well. All I got to say is, regarding Antifa, you look at Donald Trump had said that Antifa is nothing but terrorists, and he put them on the terrorist watch list. Well, why the hell is Antifa running around assaulting Turning Point USA? Why is these law enforcement officers not being held accountable for allowing this to be happening on our campuses around the United States and everything else? I'm just frustrated. I wanted to get this out there to you guys in this broadcast real quick. Just sharing a little bit with you guys. And like I said, I wasn't going to do a broadcast tonight, but after I seen all this, I just wanted to share it with you guys. And just, enough has just gotten to be enough. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast. I'll find some of the other footage, and I'll get back on here with you guys as soon as I come up with some of the footage I was trying to share with you, but evidently they've taken it off. Anyways, God bless you guys. I'll be back live soon.